Hey guys, it's TFNut. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another model kit review. This time it's going to be of the brand new Bandai Mobile Suit Gundam GQuuuuuuX. I'm not exactly sure how it's supposed to be pronounced, but this is the high grade 144 scale brand new model kit of the new mainline mobile suit, at least the main mobile suit for now, of this new show that is being produced in collaboration with Sunrise and Studio Kara, who the latter makes the rebuild of Evangelion movies, and you can kind of tell with this design it's very Evangelion looking-esque, maybe a little too much for some people. I really like this design though, ever since I saw it. It's a little weird, but I just really dig it. I believe the show is airing sometime in the near future. The first few episodes are a movie in Japan, I think, right now, and then that movie will come to the States eventually. But this is like the first model kit for this new show, and I'm very happy to have it here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the front of the box. What we have here is where it says high grade, as well as the name of the series right there. That's the series logo. Really great image and like artwork of the mobile suit there. They apparently go out of their way to not list this specifically as a Gundam. So for now, it's just a mobile suit. But you saw the Bandai Namco logos there, as well as where it said Bandai right there for that blue Bandai logo. And then right here, that's just some wording of what the mobile suit is, as well as high grade 144th, as well as made in 2025. Now for the rest of the packaging, I'm going to show you these quick images here. On this side, really towards the bottom of this, the longer side, this pretty much goes over different actions as well as articulation details, accessories, and different gimmicks that you can do with this model kit. On this side here, this is a bit more of a standard type of side where it's a little bit wider with the original image from the front, a little bit different on the side here, and then the same wording that we would get on the front. But all we have here that isn't on the front on this side here is the Gunpla logo there, as well as a Bandai Hobby Info barcode if you want to scan that. This side is a little different than the other side because usually both sides, the smaller sides are the exact same. This here though is a little bit more of like, I don't really know, it's like a little bit sideways and going long ways at the same time for that image from the front there. So that's pretty interesting that they have that little design choice there. And then on this side here, it just goes over a lot of the warning and barcode stuff, as well as a front and back of the model kit and a read-up of the story of the series. Now one thing I want to mention before I open this up is that this here does come with 7 different runners, which may seem like a lot for some people for this size and this price of a high grade. It may seem like a complex build. It's really because while we do have color correcting stickers, they wanted to color correct as much as possible with the plastic, and you can really tell once you have the final build here. It's really nicely done. So as soon as we open this, we do have this runner here with gray parts, very dark gray parts, and then a multicolored runner and those stickers and marking stickers and color correcting stickers we'll talk about in a second. Some red parts here. You can see how small these are in here, and some clear parts with some white as well. And then there's just 2 smaller runners in here with a lighter blue and some white in there. So again, these are a little bit smaller, so don't be too intimidated by the size of these runners, or the runner count, I should say. It's really not that hard to build this one here. Opening this up, this manual, a few of these pages are in color. A decent amount of these pages actually, so you get an idea of how this looks, and then a lot of them are going to be in black and white, like they usually are with standard size high-grade Gunpla. I'm going to try to explain quickly what's going on with the sticker sheet here. First of all, a little bit of a spoiler, unfortunately, if you see at 14 and 15, that 15, that's a Neo Zeon logo, man. Yeah, if you're getting this, you are going to be spoiled if you haven't watched the show yet. That I'm not going to mention exactly what's going on, but Zeon is in the show. And then we do have the Pomeranian there. I was thinking about using the Pomeranian. I didn't use any of 14 and 15 in the stomach section at all. I just wanted to leave it off for now. But the rest of these, not too bad of stickers. It looks a little bit of a larger sticker sheet, but the eye stickers, you're really only using one of those, and the others are spares in case something happens, which is nice. The only stickers I have a problem with really are the smaller stickers, like some of the smaller like yellowish ones and purple ones, as well as 20 and 21 that have a little bit of a cut in there for going around curved sections of plastic, which I'm not a fan of doing that, but these are not very bad stickers to work with. I did not put on any of the marking stickers. I just was not going to have enough time to do that. And I don't think that this is correct, but I feel like some of these are printed a little off. Like some of the printing's a little off. Again, I could be wrong. I don't think they are off, actually. But I just left these off for now because At some point, we'll probably get water slide decals, and I'll probably use those instead of what we have with these sticker style decals. And here's the model kit completely built out of the box. This thing is really awesome. I know that sometimes model kits just look a little too plasticky out of the box without painting or top coating or anything. With just straight building this looks like a genuine action figure, like almost a Robot Spirits. I really liked building this. It looks great as a completed model, and it's just such a nice model kit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories, then we'll take a closer look at the model kit. Here's a quick look at everything the GQuuuuuuX comes with, which the consensus online, I think, is that it's called GQuuuuuuX, so I'm just going to have to call it that for the rest of the review. Sorry if I get it wrong. Anyway, lots of accessories. For like a $22 high grade, this thing comes with tons of stuff. These are the open expressive hands I had during the 360 portion. The rest of the review, this model kit will have the weapon holding hands, and throughout some of these images that we'll see of the GQuuuuuuX holding some accessories, I have these on there as well. These are really nicely done with really great detailing. I'll pick that up in a second. Really great detailing on the inside. Like even on the fingertips right there, we have a ball joint there. And then, you know, they've sandwiched the back of the hand like usual, where the back of the hand is a separate piece. There's even great detailing on that. And the back of the hands, these are just awesome. Really awesome hands. Okay, now for an image of the beam saber and the effects parts on that. These are really nicely done. I am really impressed with these. So the first thing I want to mention is, you know, of course, we get two of them, and they are, at least the handle is one piece. So it pops out. It's this like teal kind of color, like almost translucent, with a little bit of some detailing for some effects going on in there. And then you'll just pop this in like so. Again, the white handle is all one piece. And I'm double checking that I haven't done this wrong. No, I'm pretty sure I did this right because there's a lot of open space here. And there's not. Well, actually, let's find out something. Yeah, so the way that these are supposed to be done is the hole up here, pretty much make that, you know, go upward, or that side at least. And that's how they're done. Again, they look great. I love the detailing. Again, they're just one piece for the handles, and it makes life a lot easier. I don't think I would have minded if it was two separate pieces or multiple pieces. It probably just would have been difficult to deal with. But yeah, really nicely done. And so then you take the effects piece out. So I'm just going to take one of these for now because of the way that they show it in the instruction manual. Is that this little arch section is actually facing inward. And then you insert it like that. And that's weapon storage there on these like waist stabilized frame sections, whatever they're supposed to be. You can swap it to the other side too. So that's pretty nice. Then we have this nice, I guess it's a beam rifle, but this rifle is, I don't remember if this was shot in any, fired in any of the trailers. But this thing looks great. Only thing I don't like about it is the camera in there, or the sticker for that camera, I guess. It's this purple sticker. It doesn't look too bad. Might as well paint that, though. Some of these stickers don't like to stay on. I'll just go ahead and say that for pretty much, not the entire kit, but a decent amount of these. But the rest of it is actual part separation. Like, we have a lot of nice gray. It's mostly just one tone of gray for now. I don't know if I've switched. I think that was just dirt, I think. But like the detailing on the outside here is awesome. We do have this nice like orange yellowish type of like warning sign type of color here. That's, you know, on the barrel, and then on the back here too. So those are separate parts, and you basically take these gray parts, you sandwich it in between. This piece gets sandwiched in between this white piece. And yeah, that looks really sick. I don't think you can use the effects pieces for this. Sometimes you can use beam saber effects for, you know, weapons, but maybe you can make something work. This just looks absolutely fantastic. I do want to show off really quick what the GQuuuuuuX looks like when it is doing a firing pose with that. I really dig that a lot. We also get a Heat Hawk. That's really cool that we get a Heat Hawk. It might be a little bit of a spoiler, but we've kind of known since the release. I mean, when the show got announced, the kit got announced too. We've known about the Heat Hawk with that. This is all one piece of plastic. I think in recent years, I don't remember if older high grade kits the Heat Hawk is a different piece or, you know, multiple pieces, but in recent years, most of the time the Heat Hawk is all one piece. This looks great. It's just one gray piece of plastic. I've seen, you know, the promo images of this have silver here. I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I want to do orange either, but this thing just looks really nice. Now, it is a circular type of handle here, but if you see in this image here, it actually holds this really well, and it is not very loose at all when you're trying to, in case you are afraid it might fall out if topples over, or if you just want to do a shake test. In fact, I'll do one right now. So we take this here, make sure that the back of the hand is pretty much sandwiched tight. And again, it floats around a little bit, but I'm shaking it pretty decently. That will not budge, so that is nice to see. Then we have this shield piece here. It's mostly 2 white pieces that get pretty much pushed into one large gray piece with really nice detailing on the inside here. I really dig how this thing is done. And we do have, I'll go ahead and pop this out. It's a little bit difficult too, but we have a ball joint in here, but you can see that white piece of plastic in there. I mean, it's going to get covered when you put this on here. But what you'll want to do is these grooves here, the way that this looks, you'll just clip that in there and it actually stays in really nice. You can rotate that if you need to. And here's a quick look at what that looks like when you have pretty much just one pose. You can do on the other side too, on the other arm, but I just want to do it at the left for now. This thing is a little bit of a small shield, but that's not really anything to knock it on. It's the size it's supposed to be, and it fits on there and looks really nice. Okay, now in terms of alternate parts for the actual mobile suit, we have the closed state head, and this thing is really awesome. So here's just a quick look at what it looks like on the body. If you notice, the like gray and blue section going into the body, when you're popping off the head, unfortunately sometimes this does want to go with this head, so it didn't do it now. So sometimes this will pop out. You can pop back in just easily. But then inserting it is not too bad. I'm not doing great on camera right now, but that pops in there just fine. And they both these heads have about the same type of articulation in there, which is really good. So you can see we have color correcting stickers for this like orange yellowish type right here. We do have like this green and like metallic green and black actually sticker going on in the middle of the eyes right there. Lots of part separation, looking really fantastic on this thing. And just as a closed state, I mean, this looks really great. If you want to customize this as a mech that's not very Gundam, it already doesn't very much look like a Gundam like typically, but like I could definitely see people turning this into a custom with just this head. You can make that work with whatever special custom you want. That is just, I really love how that looks. Last but certainly not least, I don't know what's going on with this, and a lot of people don't. This gives me a core fighter type of vibe. This also kind of gives me an entry plug because this pops off here. I mean, these are the people who made both Gundam and Evangelion, so I won't be surprised if it's both or one or the other. But like the vents on the back here, that's really nice. Nice part separation with this like lighter blue. And then we do have, I don't know what's going on with the fuzz. We do have these darker gray parts. I believe this was painted in like a metallic kind of green that I haven't gotten around to doing. This is a separate piece too. The whole idea is just to pop this out. And the rest of the review, I will probably keep, because there's not really any detail being shown off like in that circle section there. So the rest of the review, I will keep this in there when I pop this on there. And I believe these sections, blue sections, supposed to be popping out like that. And that fits on there really nicely. And that completes the whole look. Of course, I got to take this off. And then now it wants to do that issue I was talking about. But again, pop that in, pop this in, and now you have the full look for GQuuuuuuX. So that's really sick. Now, I mentioned this earlier, but a lot of people, this design is going to be an acquired taste. Some people already like it, like me. Some people are never going to like it. I think that's fine, but we got to judge it based on its own merits, this model kit at least. And I think it is such a nice looking piece. It has great detailing, great part separation too. Lots of smaller parts. It's almost real grade-esque. It definitely doesn't have a real an inner frame like what you would have with the high grade Gundam EX or anything like that. But this thing still, it's just a really nice looking piece. Color accuracy could still be better in some areas, and some places off the top of my head are these little sections right here, these indents on the back of the blue of the hand there. There should be some black in there. You can paint that. Same thing with like the ends of these. I guess they'd be V-fin sections with that little V is indented in there. That should be white. The rivet should be in a darker color. So I haven't done very much any extra detailing or painting because I gotta got the, if I wanted to do more painting, I need the exact colors of these. But overall, I mean, there's still a lot of great stuff. And the stickers aren't too bad. So the worst offenders are probably around here. And then some of the smaller stickers like to peel off a little too easily just because it's such a small surface. But there's very little I find wrong in terms of the looks and color accuracy here. And again, I mentioned this earlier, marking stickers, I didn't put them on, but they'll look even better with those. And then, like, whatever is a sticker that you can tell properly, I mean, it can easily be painted, and it really doesn't look bad with the stickers on. The eye stickers were a little bit finicky for me to try to fit on there, but once you get them centered, I think they look good. Whatever this head camera type thing going on here, these purple circles in there, also looks great. This was, you know, on both heads, it was giving me a little bit of trouble how this is done with the very thin green and black separation in the sticker there, but that still rocks. And then the outer sections, just like with the alternate head, we do have these on these like ear vent, whatever these things are. But like the gray and the contrast with the red and the white and that yellow, all of that looks great. And I haven't panel lined this either, and I think it looks fantastic without panel lining, and it'll probably look even better. It is a little bit of a busy design, so you might want to be careful with how much you do panel line. But like the detailing of the neck with the separation of the gray and then the detailing on that blue section all the way around is great. And again, the purple is not my favorite, at least, you know, of these stickers on here. They are staying on there relatively well for now. We have this whole like weird neck section here that does have some, I mean, this is a separate orange piece going on there, of course. And then we have the backpack section. It swivels here, and we do have lots of great detailing I was mentioning earlier. So, just in case I end up forgetting to do articulation on this thing, this does have pretty nice articulation in 2 sections, so that's really sick. Then we get to like the shoulder areas. There's great part separation of the dark gray contrasting with the white. I think there's supposed to be some yellow where that white is right there. The blue with like these exposed shoulder sections, that's also fine. I don't really have a problem with that. These are separate plastic pieces. I thought these were going to be stickers. These are separate plastic pieces, and I'm really glad they did that. It looks fantastic, and they lock in there fine. These separate pieces of these little blue cap sections. Great detailing of like these lines going on in here. But I will mention the seam lines for parts connecting. You could chop it up to panel lines, of course, and now this is not rotating for some reason. There we go. I do think that's a little apparent there. But the rest of these, I mean, are hidden pretty well, actually. I don't know if the way that this sticks out like a T is supposed to be in the design, so I'm not going to knock that for now. The way that these hands are done, the way like these clenched weapon holding hands, excuse me, I do kind of wish they would integrate like a joint in here, kind of like with the build fighters, you know, option hands. It's not necessary though. The back of the hands look fantastic too. This whole torso section, it actually doesn't look bad with these stickers. I actually think that these here, all that is fine. This is definitely an apparent sticker. I haven't moved that around. Again, I haven't put any logo there yet. I haven't decided which one yet. And then we do have that part right there. And honestly, like, because these stickers have this very dark gray, almost black in there, and I think that it blends rather well with the rest of the actual plastic there. And then we have like these blue sections here with a little bit of detailing. The red here, very nice angular type of form on the body here. I do think that the red didn't nub too bad, and you know, when I was cleaning it up. And I have a single-bladed nipper now, thank God. This still took me a little longer because I was being as careful as possible with nub marks. I missed one in there in that joint, but that gets covered up pretty easily. And I think I went a little too hard in here, so that plastic went way too much. But the way that all of that is done, the way that these parts layer onto each other too, and I'll talk about it more with like something like this or this, it's like, it's not very complex, but it's very intricate. So you would like insert a part in here and then sandwich parts in together, then everything just ends up working out. And then these joints are actually very reminiscent of the Kyokai Senki, the Amame kits, where like instead of like building a normal joint like a knee bend, you would it's like a swivel, only really one up way like this, at least for these knees. So that kind of reminds me of those, and those kits are really awesome. I've never seen the show, but you know, a lot of people haven't. Still get those kits. I got these like white frame sections. I think there's supposed to be some gray here. There's the little circle in that like hexagon, but they look fine. Separated, whatever's going on here with like the separated crotch parts with that plastic, that's also great. I'm just really impressed with the $22 high grade with part separation. Now, granted, this is going to be the main mobile suit. It's the titular mobile suit, so I think they made it cheap on purpose, and the other ones are probably going to be a little bit more expensive depending how, you know, intricate they are. This wasn't too hard to get in there, but there really is no proper placement for this. I think it's supposed to be shifted up a little bit more, but I have it kind of equaled out to that. I wish they did sculpt a little bit of an indent to where you're supposed to put this smaller yellowish sticker in there, but oh well. And then again, like the back of the legs, great detailing here, but we do get a seam line. I don't see any mold lines though. I really haven't. Joints are a little exposed, but I mean, it's going to be what it is. And then they do have how they do this tubing, almost like this tubing type section, I guess, because the way that they have like the gas tank type of parts here, I really like how these look. Just be careful not to snip this part right here on accident. Kind of already talked about how the legs are done, but separating parts with the blue and the gray there. And then these are stickers, and these also like gas tank thruster type of sections going on in here. I kind of wish I took a photo of how these look before inserting them, because they look really cool. They don't really move at all though. And then, you know, the stickers, applying the stickers could be a little bit of my fault of how the way they crease up a little bit. I think it's going to look better if you paint these though, but from far away, these still actually don't look too bad. If you didn't put a sticker on here either, some people probably wouldn't be able to tell. Then we, like again, like there's a small piece here, you put it in here, and then this circular section here is also a separate piece. Then you put it all the way on here. Like parts just layer onto each other in a very smart way, in a very secure way for great part separation. These thruster sections are multiple pieces, so it kind of gets in the way of seeing what's going on here, but these look great. Then you can move around, you can get a little bit more detailing going on here. Only stickers on, I mean, besides these smaller ones that like to peel a little bit, only other stickers I don't like are these here, because they have these cuts in here to form around like angles, and I've never been a fan of those type of stickers. The Iron Blooded Orphan stuff has those all the time, but I mean, it is what it is. They're not too bad. You can easily paint those if you have the right color paint. And then the way that these, I don't remember who said it, if this is even official, but these kind of look like boat anchors, the way that these feet are done. And it does kind of look like it's a snap risk, but these are actually really sturdy, and a lot of the, I guess the weight, I guess you would say, is going into this thruster section, and that's very sturdy. So the bottom here, that's what that looks like. Yeah, all the way around, I'm just really impressed with its overall surface level detail and its part separation, even with some of the stickers. Most of the part separation without stickers is really great, and then most of these stickers are really nice quality. Articulation on this thing is great, but first of all, I want to show you how the neck system looks, at least with this alternate head. So you see this ball joint going on there, and then there is this hinge that goes back and forth. And then we have a ball joint going into the body in that section. So that is going to allow for a really nice range of motion back, and then you can shift it a little bit forward and back, and then going all the way down, side to side, swiveling. There's lots of range of motion there. I've mentioned this already. This has a swivel, and then this has like a side cut swivel going on there. So nothing too bad there. Basically like butterfly joints on this thing. Like they go, a lot of times some of these kits just want to go forward, but this can go forward and back. Not as good as the forward, of course, but this does pop out a little bit. It's in a peg, so you just pop that back in. Not too bad. Arms go all the way around here. They kind of want to go up and down too. Yeah, that's actually really sick. These parts hinge. This part here, I'm double checking everything just to make sure I got all this. Yeah. So this part here swivels where the red meets the white. Single joint elbow, but it still gets up really high actually. This separate piece swivels. Ball jointed wrist swiveling here, up and down a little bit. Just one, ball joint here doesn't get that much range of motion out, but it's not too bad. We do have a really nice ab crunch. So I've seen this online. Just push this forward, and then this can go forward a little bit, and then if you really want, you can push the legs all the way forward. And I think I'm getting parts in the way a little too much right now, but this thing bends forward like crazy. You can see how those parts separate so it doesn't get in the way too much. But then pushing things back, I think gets a little too tight. And then pushing it back, I feel like I can get a little bit better, but I'm not doing the best job right now. Then that came undone. I can do that again later. These like to drop down up and down a little bit. Not too bad actually. So the arm can the legs can kick out like this. So that's really good. And back is not hindered at all. So you want to push these out a little bit, you can almost get a full split. Thigh swivel, not perfect, still really good. Single joint knee, but that bends really well. So I'll just pop this off for the rest of the time. We do have a ball joint waist here, so it swivels here, goes a little bit forward, back, side to side. Just crazy amounts of ball jointing. That's not even a word. Ball joints going on there. And then this swivels up and down right there. Measuring out the model kit, we're getting at around 13 centimeters here, getting close to like 13 and a half really. That is going to put this about 5 inches, maybe just a little bit taller. On the left, that is the Solari Zaku. I didn't get to review. Just a quick review. Fantastic. If you haven't picked one up, I recommend it. It's a little bit taller. Next to a Robot Spirits Eva Unit 1, it's definitely going to be taller. I'm pretty sure Eva is supposed to be even taller, compared to what we see here with Gundams. So, and I don't have the real grade of the Evas yet. Maybe I'll get them. They're not a priority, unfortunately. Left and right, standard size Black Series and Marvel Legends figures are going to be taller. Overall, the only reason why I wouldn't recommend this Gunpla is if you are very, 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 very against the design. If you just do not like how it looks and can't get over it, then I wouldn't recommend picking it up. If you're indifferent, I would pick it up. If you like how it looks, then it's a no-brainer. This thing is absolutely fantastic for the price you're paying, which is a little over 20 bucks. This thing builds up really easily, really nicely, great quality plastic, very similar to how the Witch of Mercury kits are done, to where they can clean up very easily. I like that quality of plastic, not so much the like glossier, more brittle type of plastic, which has a little bit of that here, mostly in the reds, but that stuff's easy to clean up. The color correcting stickers aren't that bad. Part separation on here and color correcting is very minimal. This thing looks great without the marking stickers, at least I think. Without panel lining, which with panel lining will probably look a little better, of course. And then the color correcting stickers I was mentioning, they're not that difficult to deal with, just like the smaller purple ones. And then around the calf section, those like thruster sections, they're a little bit difficult to deal with. Not too bad though. I just love how this looks. The accessories are amazing too. Great weapons. I feel like I could have had a little bit more weapon storage. We really only have the beam saber handles that can have weapon storage. And I mean the backpack, stores in there, I guess, too. And then, I mean, the way the shield, you can kind of take the shield as weapon storage, I guess, because it's really only supposed to stick on to the arm. But, like, it's still really nice getting to use all these different accessories with this. The different parts, too, like different hands and the alternate head. That's also great. Articulation on this thing, too. I know some people don't like, they just want to keep their model kit in one pose. But if you want a model kit that is fun to pose around, I'm going to recommend this one too. It's also fantastic. I love it. There's not much else for me to say. I am over the moon for this particular Gunpla here. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you think of the model kit, what you think about the review. I got this on Hobbylink Japan. Forgot to mention that. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I'll see you guys later.